And we are getting ready to go racing here with the Southwest Tour at Tucson Speedway, coming out of turn 4, looking for the flag. We are racing. The strategy begins.
Look at them fan out, 3 wide racing all around Tucson Speedway. Hansen in the middle. You got Dempster in the 24 in the middle. Oh, and with some contact.
You would not know it looking at this track before the race, but boy, do you get some multi-group racing and 3 and 4 wide action. Who can save the most without losing a lap? That's going to be a key part of this. Hansen, look how, I think that's just part of the strategy.
Well, he checked up a whole lot more than I was expecting, and I think the rest of the field, as they're continuing to be 3 wide.
Then you got guys like Dan Holtz, who started in the last row. He's on the outside trying to fly his way forward. And he's going to do it.
For the battle that we can't keep an eye out for. Look at this 3 wide, 4 wide down the back straightaway.
Contact, it looks like maybe Michael Scott and Allen getting together. Just a little bit of contact. Shouldn't have really affected them, but it was something that they're going to want to keep an eye on. You don't want to get a tire rub in this race. Cut down one of those valuable tires. More 3 wide action.
Gotta love it. This is Tucson Speedway right here. Bit of that cat and mouse game, though. Is Herzog trying to pressure Gomes into a mistake, into burning up his stuff. Meanwhile, over down the back straightaway, look at this bunch of cars.
They were 4 wide. I tell you, Tommy, this 08 is going to be fun to watch because it's certain to me that no one's being more aggressive with tire saving than he is right now. We are halfway, I believe, to that first competition caution. But guess what? Can we talk about the fact that Dan Holtz is driven from the back to the front?
Not wasting any time.
Dan Holtz started in the last row of this race. And he just blew by them. I don't think anyone told Dan Holtz that there's a competition caution.
You don't need. Are you going to go over there and tell him? I wouldn't. All right.
No, I think he wants to try and lap some of these cars. He's passed everybody.
He's right there, the number 23 on screen, all by himself.
Look what he's coming up to, though. The next pack he's going to see is very, very crowded. Spotters are getting busy, telling their drivers, you better get moving, because Dan Holtz is coming. And this is also a risk for Dan. I mean, he's going to be driving through some very anxious drivers right now, going 3 and sometimes 4 wide in front of him.
And you can see him to the right of your screen.
Oh, a little bit of contact between Yackey and Robertson. That almost sent the 11 into the wall.
But that's the magic of Tucson Speedway. We've seen Brett Yackey do the same strategy at turkey shoots to win 3 of them. Oh boy.
I was going to say, Yackey and Robertson have hit each other 3 laps in a row. And if that patience gets any thinner, Dan Holtz is going to have to be very careful. Oh, Robertson to the inside. He collects. Well, he got into it with Cooper. The whole field is almost in front of him trying to save tires, and Dan's not letting them. But guess what? If he doesn't lap a few cars right now, the caution's about to save him. And there it is.
Dan Holtz took the lead early and has yet to slow down, but he's got John Moore and the rest of the party behind. We are back to green.
So now we get to go in at least another 30 laps. And the question is, how are Dan's tires?
I don't know. Side by side up front for the lead. John Moore wants it. Bunch of Colorado drivers right there. You got 3 of them. Robertson, Cooper, and Hansen, but up front for the lead. Holtz wants the lead back. He's to the inside of John Moore, down the back straightaway. Moore looks to concede as...
Don't tell Holtz to be patient.
That's right. Dan Holtz says, I'll take it back.
Then you got this group of cars who are not looking now, but your leader's coming again.
Here's Holtz, your leader. And here's the rest of the pack lappers that are kind of needing an update. So, a little quick math, Jeffrey. We went green on the restart lap number 30. 30 laps from there is
60.
And we are at lap number 57.
And caution.
Yellow flag flies for the second competition caution.
So that's, once again, leads us asking, how are Dan Holtz's tires after that?
It'll be a 20-lap shootout till the break.
All right, who's going to use up their tires this time? Let me guess. Dan Holtz.
No, John Moore wants in. He's going to take that lead back from Holtz. Coming to the line. Oh, 3 wide up front for third.
But what I love is all this side-by-side racing, and we haven't had, well, maybe I shouldn't say this, but we haven't had a crash.
And Gomes, he has now lit the candle. He's closing in on John Moore.
The wick is lit.
It'll be 7 laps before the competition caution at our break. And the Bacon Boy is showing his speed now.
John Moore's not making it easy, and these are 2 very fast cars right now coming up on the next group of 3. They have to keep on the lead lap for the next 6 laps. And the speeds of the 27 and 16, actually Alderman just got shoved out of the groove in front of your leaders, so watch out. How about another get going? Sean Ingarani. Caution.
All right, well, here's our lap 77.
Well, I was gonna say that Sean Ingarani was battling for, second, but the yellow flag came out very rudely, interrupted me.
Who saved the best? We're going to find out on this half of the Spears Southwest Tour Series 127.
And it is likely to get that much more aggressive. So hold on to them hats. Buckle up into your couches. We're going back. Whoa! We almost put one in the wall in the front straightaway.
It got dicey there, especially coming down the back straightaway. We got them all bunched up again. Gomes took the lead.
Oh, trouble front straightaway!
And Zampa spinning it out towards the grass.
And Dempster looked like maybe into the wall. It's going to be,
if anything,
it's going to be busy here.
Right there, contact made near the start-finish line, and then we're going to go over to your top shot. Look at mid-pack to the left, and there's the contact. So Zampa getting into Dempster. Dempster's going to smack the wall. Let's see if this cameraman did. Our drone shot up high, captured the whole thing.
Ooh, yeah, that was 45 laps to go. I think we're going to run out of room here. Oh, man, are we close.
Tightly down the back straightaway. Somehow making it work. So they're taking that ladder and going to the roof with it, going to the top. And it's a squeeze.
And they're coming fast.
Lupton outside. Raz on the inside. The master wrench number 27. Still trying to mine. And the 22 goes up on his teammate, the 23.
I was going to say, these two were just having a friendly conversation before this race.
Andy Allen taking the spot over Dan Holtz. Meanwhile, up front, battle for second. John Moore getting pressure from Sean Ingarani. Here comes Raz. Here comes Farrington. And they are bringing along hands. These three are literally working their way forward together.
Yep, all 3 of them.
And somehow they're going to have to figure out a way once they get to the next group.
They each have their lane. They're good. Well, Dan Holtz right now, I think he enjoyed what he did. Oh. At the time, but he is moving backwards. Maybe he's saving his stuff now for the end. Because of the caution probably not coming out, that's why we see everyone moving now. Barrington, Raz, but they also knew they had to make up that time. Right now, they're side by side in front of your leader.
And if you're Gomes, you don't want to lose time, because here comes Sean Hingarani. Gomes, he's looking to thread the needle.
He had to.
Hingarani is closing in. You see the black 13 in the background. And to the inside of Holtz.
Oh, Sanchez gets into Hingarani. They both held on, but did that do anything to the left rear of Hingarani's car? Yeah, well, you know what Gomes might not be looking forward to?
Having a battle with lap traffic.
He's got a lot of cars right in front of him. The lap traffic for Gomes. It is thick, and he's going to have to find a quick way through it. He goes to the outside. We got one car smoking on track. It's the 23 of Dan Holtz. I wonder if maybe tire related. He has run his car to the bitter end here, but could that bring out a yellow? And Gomes sliced through that lap traffic like a pro. The battle for second, though, that's one we're going to have to figure out. We're looking at a lot of the lap traffic. In this mix is the 13 of Hingarani and the 27 of Raz. Gomes does not want to see a yellow in these last 5 laps. I think the 13 and 27 would mind. Hingarani all the way down to the apron. Don't know if Alderman knew is there, but that opens the door for Raz to get on his outside. Battle for second. Door slamming on the front straightaway for second. While all this is happening, Gomes has driven away. But the white flag is in the air. The 16, Jacob Gomes, having a stellar 2023 season. Really kept it up front most of the day, and it paid off as he takes the checkered flag. He's climbing out, and he can hear you now, Tucson Speedway. Jacob Gomes in victory lane. Jacob, I don't know if I'm ever going to believe you again when you tell me that you maybe don't like a racetrack.
No, it's not I didn't like it. It's just we've come here 2 times, and I came here last year or this year and helped Derek with the chili willy and everything. And it's just, this is like the most conservative race of the whole year. Like this is, I told the guys, I'm like, thank you guys for everything. And like this is I was more stressful here trying to set the pace and figure out what we were going to do. And it's just, this track's real abrasive, and you just got to really control and a lot of foot management. I'm out of breath almost.
Well, I could tell. Okay, set the record straight. He doesn't hate Tucson Speedway. In fact, I'm sure you love it right now here in Victory Lane.
I can't thank everybody enough, this whole team. And special thanks to Bill Andretta. I hope he's watching. I hope he's feeling better. And Studio 10, Dave Reeves, everybody that's just involved with this thing. It's awesome. Delosa Family Farms and my whole family, Golden Acres, Sunny Valley, just David's Racing Products, Mike David, everybody, this whole team, Mike Keene, Derek Thorne. It's just, it's been a hell of a year.
Hell of a year. 2023 has been the year for Jacob Gomes. It looks like you're going for another championship already this early in it. Too early to call it?
Oh, it's always too early to call it. It's too early at the almost to the last race. But looking forward to the rest of the year. We got some cool other races we got on the schedule. We plan on going to Madison in a couple weeks. So we're going to race around and see if we can keep doing this.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Jacob Gomes in victory lane once again in 2023 with the Spears Southwest Tour.